right, welcome everyone to an exciting episode of Two Bar Connections with your hosts Jesse and
James. What's going on, everybody?
what is going on indeed, right? So for today's episode, we got some old friends of the podcast coming back with Ubisoft and Sony, apparently up to some more fuckery. But we also have one unexpected friend that we haven't seen in a while, and it's the day before guys are now back, and they're like, hey, we're sorry. We're really sorry. But we also have California law has interestingly been updated as far as digital rights, where now storefronts and developers can no longer use the words purchase or buy for any game that is digitally sold or sold as a license. We also have another frustrating, unfortunate L for Overwatch. Now we have learned we've been cursed with more knowledge of what could have been,
More,
where
more failure.
Activision has now we apparently fumbled an animated series, a lot of not just Overwatch but also many other Blizzard properties that would have been absolutely great. We also have Halo Studios, or the newly branded Halo Studios, formerly known as 343 Industries, which have not only rebranded themselves but also committed to using the Unreal 5 engine for all their future projects. We also have Joker, Folie, the much anticipated sequel to the 2019 Joker movie. It's not doing too hot. There seems to be another clown, standing atop our boy, the Joker. And to cap it all off, we have a little interesting game that James actually found, and we're going to look into it. It's called Deliver at All Costs, and it's published by no one other than Konami, which is very interesting.
Yes.
Before we get into all that, how are you?
I'm doing okay, man. It's been a busy day. I woke up early to exercise. I had a job interview that went really well, and then I actually got emailed for another interview later because I'm trying to find find a new hospital to work in, and it's promising. It's promising. And then I've just been kind of working and doing my class for the program that I'm trying to get into, which I'm almost done with. I think there's like 10 modules, and I've already gone through 8. So
Ooh,
just
80%.
yeah, yeah, 80%. I've been hammering it like hard, dude. And then the last module was like it was 5 parts. Usually it's like 2 or 3. This one was 5. It was a big beefy one.
And how much does each part take? How long?
It depends. Sometimes they go through pretty quick, but this last one was on neuroreceptors and receptor theory, and it's a PowerPoint where the slide is just a picture of like the neuroreceptor, and then it's just like the audio of the professor talking. But usually the audio line moves like this,
Mm-hmm.
as he's talking for the clip. This audio for each slide was like moving like this.
Oh no.
I was like, oh no no no
A
no!
lot of stuff.
I could not, dude. No, no, no. I actually muted it and I let it run because no, 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 no. I will learn in the program once I get in. I need basics. I need basics, not this. Not this, please. But yeah, man, I've been hitting it pretty good. And believe it or not, dude, I started playing Phasmophobia with
I know, I saw. You were playing
with
that, you were playing Sea of Thieves, you were playing Chained Together.
yeah,
A lot of cool,
yeah,
fun
dude.
games.
Yeah, well, my friend Aislinn really wanted to play. So Sea of Thieves, we like it a lot, but we're getting griefed now.
Oh.
We we got, dude. We had so much treasure on our ship, and we got screwed hard. And it was really, really bad. At one point, it was literally a group of 4 against just us two. And I literally told her, I was like, this is bullshit. This should not be a thing. At least stick us with other crews of 2 because this is bad. I mean, we've had ours, but we've had our fair share of like where we sink ship, but it's fun, but goddamn. And then as far as Chain Together, that one is pretty good. We actually got pretty far up in it, but it was a little bit too frustrating. But it's not as frustrating as you might think. They actually offer a teleport mechanic that teleports you to your last highest known location. so you don't have to run all the way back up.
That's just a streamer bait game, dude. I watched so many streamers play it, and like just everyone and their streamer friends all just mauled at each other for like hours on end.
Well,
All it
yeah,
takes is one person to fuck it all up. And
it's absolutely streamer bait. But she wanted to play because like the people she likes to watch play the game. However, the highlight out of all of them is Phasmophobia.
really, tell me about it.
Uh,
Like
so
it's like Lethal
yeah,
Company, right? It's basically but like ghosts, kind of.
yeah, it's actually fucking scary, dude. It's actually really terrifying. And believe it or not, we started on Fortnite where they had a Phasmophobia like type mod because you can make your own games now in the Fortnite engine,
Hmm.
and somebody actually made a Phantom Phobia one. It was called Phantom Investigation, and yeah, even in the Fortnite engine, it was pretty like creepy. But I saw my first ghost like come at me, and dude, I screeked. I screeched so bad, and I actually felt bad because man, I've never made that noise before. I because I don't watch horror movies. I don't play horror video games, and even horror video games, they're not really like, they're not that scary. But this was really terrifying. The way the sound works
Hmm.
is key. In fact, it gets so bad that I have died to the ghosts, and when you're being hunted, like the lights go off, the door that leads out to your truck to the safe zone shuts and doesn't open. So you're running around trying to outrun the ghost, but then you just see this like specter coming at you, and sometimes you don't even see what's happening. And then the literal death animation is hands going over your face, and then like grabbing you and killing you.
Oh, okay. And
Dude,
that game's in VR, right? Where you
it
put,
can be,
it can
and
be.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't
I'm,
imagine.
no, I'm not doing it, man. It's scary enough as it is, but it's interesting. The gameplay is fun. It's fun to be with friends. It's fun when you use the in-game sound systems because it kind of it uses a lot of proximity chat like Lethal Company does. Well, really, well, wait, which one came out first?
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah, Phasmophobia came away
Yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. It's been out for a hot minute, but the proximity chat is what makes it. But we won't do it because it's too scary.
No, you got to do it. No, no, no. That's part of the experience.
I asked her if she wanted to do it, and she was like, "Let's get comfortable with the game first, and then we'll."
No, no. You got to go in balls deep, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, I told her that you've actually, because I know we've talked about it before, because I know you put it on your wish list. Um,
Phasmophobia. Or I put both. I think I put
yeah,
both Phasmophobia and Lethal Company.
yeah, you did.
But Lethal Company's
So
funny. Like I kind of want. Phasmophobia
no,
just
yeah,
seems
yeah, yeah,
terrifying. Lethal Company's
yeah,
a
yeah.
mixture of terrifying but also really funny.
Yeah, it'll be funny, but it's still like I want to, but I want to play Phasmophobia with you. I told her that you have it on your wish list, so I was like, oh, maybe we can get him to join us for that, and maybe we can do Lethal Company as well.
Damn, it's still in early access. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, this game's been out for forever, no? Because I think
4 years.
4 years and still in early access, and honestly, the character animations still look like early access. It still does that thing where when you look up, your character literally breaks their back at a 90-degree angle to look up. It's like that kind of animation, but it's good though. It's fun, and yeah, it's fun with friends. It's definitely fun. It's also really fun when you don't see the ghost, and then you just turn around and your friend's character is dead on the floor. And you're like, what the fuck?
That's what makes the proximity chat so good. It's just you're
Yes,
talking to your buddy, all of
yes,
a sudden it's just silence, and then you just turn around,
and they're dead.
and
Yes,
you're dead.
dude.
It's just pure terror.
But yeah, dude, it's fun. I'll ask her if she wants to get Lethal Company because I'll tell her it's the same thing as Phasmophobia except it's more funny. Like it's got more funny mixed in than it does terror. So and yeah, and that's pretty much it, man. What about you? How's it been for you?
Well, everything's been. So I'm still taking my classes, my LSAT prep classes, and those are
Yeah.
going pretty well. They taught us some techniques, like, well, first they teach you like how to find conclusions and how to find premises, because literally like their entire, all their techniques involve you finding the conclusion, finding the premise, even if there, or if there isn't, it is, sorry, or if there even is a conclusion at all, you're supposed to like identify the premise, and then from there you can answer the question based on whatever the question type is.
Okay.
So it's not particularly difficult, but it is time consuming and it's taxing on the brain when you just like think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
And the homeworks are pretty long. They're like each one's like it's pretty much they pretty much give you like a section, like because the LSAT is every section's like anywhere between like 20 to like 27 questions, and they pretty much give you like the full section. Like, all right, here you go. I mean, obviously they don't time it because you're not ready to be timed yet. They want you to just be accurate, but they're gonna give you like 22 questions, and normally for the test it would be 35 minutes per section, but you can take as long as you want. So I take like an hour, sometimes even like an hour and a half, just thinking over the questions. Sometimes.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, because I really want to get it right, especially like with the reading comprehension. Because reading comprehension, obviously, you're reading a shitload of stuff. So we've done that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it's just a lot of homework. I actually still have some homework to do, but luckily we didn't have class today because it's due the week after it's assigned. Which thank God, because the Monday Wednesday class. So like if it was due 2 days afterwards, I'm like, I'm not gonna finish this shit.
Yeah.
Well, I could finish it, but I'll be staying up like pretty much. I'll be pulling all nighters almost because I want to do other stuff. I also work late. Outside of that, it's going pretty well. I think I'm getting the hang of it. It's gonna be a matter of doing it fast. That's the hard part, really. Doing it within the 35 minutes that they give you per section. That's all you get, just 35 minutes. And that's it. You got to read the whole thing, and you got to read the whole thing for the reading comprehension, and then you got to answer the questions. And then for logical reasoning, like you could just sit there and for minutes on end just thinking about how do I answer this question.
Very nice, dude. Oh man, I'm glad that it's going well for you. I'm very, very, very happy because yeah, no, the LSAT's no joke. So I'm glad you're making progress on that.
Yeah, and outside of that, I went to the dentist today. We were talking about this earlier, man. I was spitting rocks because I haven't been to a dentist in 3 years. So apparently, I just had a solid wall of plaque, especially in the bottom. Because I have a retainer. I have like a permanent retainer on my bottom jaw. So like that's like a plaque, a plaque hazard zone there.
Yeah, of course.
Be a plaque haven. So if you don't properly floss, which is my big thing, I just don't take the time to floss because I'm really lazy with it. Yeah, you can build some fucking minerals down there.
Yeah, man, have a whole freaking great wall of plaque.
So my hygienist recommended to get a deep cleaning, and so now I'm gonna have scheduled for a deep cleaning on January 6th, or as I like to say, the January 6th rioters stormed the Capitol, and those dentists are gonna storm my fucking mouth. So.
Except the dentist will be effective.
Yeah, the dentist will actually get the job done.
But oh man, it's funny because I never really thought. So are they going to do what's called periodontal cleaning?
Probably. And she's just a deep cleaning. That's what they always say. They always just say a deep cleaning.
Okay, yeah, because I had it done. I'm assuming it was a deep clean because the way they described it, they literally like pull the gum like from the tooth and then clean like the tooth that is hidden like inside of the gum. So
yeah, they gave you like Novocaine and stuff, right? Anesthesia.
No, they did not actually.
Damn, it just went in on you.
Yeah, well, I mean, they wasn't supposed to hurt. However, I mean, it didn't hurt. It was kind of weird. And there are certain teeth that are more sensitive than others, but it's like split second sensitivity. It's not like pain. But dude, it's so deep that they ended up. Let me know if they end up giving you what's called chlorhexidine mouthwash.
Okay. No, I do not.
Okay, so chlorhexidine is a wonder drug. We actually use it in the hospital all the time. It is a super antibacterial antiseptic. Like it's so effective that every patient that comes into our ICU, we rub them down with CHG wipes. That's like the acronym for it. CHG like wipes to wipe them down, and that cleans them. But you can also use it for pretty much anything. So dentists are using it for mouthwash because your tooth and your gum are separated, and it's like prone for infections to get in there because like it's not sealed yet because they pulled it apart to get it clean. So let me know if they do that because that means that they really went in deep.
No, I guess yeah. I guess they probably are gonna go deep because she said like yeah, like it's in your gums. Like I can't get this out.
Yeah. Ooh. Whoa, man. Yeah, they may give you some lidocaine or novocaine, whatever.
No, I'm pretty sure yeah, because they're gonna go in, bro. They're gonna go spelunking in my gums.
Fucking balls deep.
Yeah, and it won't be fun. Well, I mean, hopefully the novocaine will work.
Yeah, of course. Ooh, I think that's. I don't think there's any other games. There shouldn't be any other games for me at least. Oh wait, I've seen you play one of the new games.
Yes, I was playing Metaphor Refantagio.
Please tell me about it.
Yes,
Tell me how good it is.
it's very good. It's very very good. It's fantasy Persona. Like, so I mean, it's gonna be about as good as you would think it is coming from an Atlas game. It's gonna be an Atlas RPG. So it's gonna slap. It's gonna have really cool style. It's gonna have great music. It's gonna have a lot of references to Jungian psychology. In this case, it's archetypes, right? Like all of the so the personas. I mean, they're not really personas, like, but I guess the personas, right, of this game. It's like it functions more like a job system where anyone can be any job. It doesn't matter which person there is. So like in Persona, it was every person had like their own specific persona, and then the main character can just switch between whatever personas they capture. But in this game, it's just purely the archetype system. So everything is determined by the job system, the archetype system, and you could be like a mage, you could be a healer, there's warrior, knight, gunner, thief. Those are the basic ones, right? And then you get into the more advanced versions of them. So like thief then becomes ninja, warrior becomes swordmaster, knight becomes magic knight, healer becomes cleric. And then there's even more advanced versions of those once you keep going on. And how you advance it is that you do the social links, just like in Persona. And the deeper in you get into each social link, the higher the archetype can go.
Okay.
So yeah, because every social link has their own archetype associated with them. And once you meet them, you'll unlock it, and then you can spend a currency you get in battles called Mag, which is short for Magla, which is like it's like a magical energy that everyone pulls from to actually cast spells. It's very interesting use of magic because in this world they use something called igniters, which are pretty much like catalysts that they use to cast spells. No one in the world knows how to use magic without an igniter, except for you, who you can use magic without using an igniter, which is why everyone's like, oh shit, like this guy's like really, really special, right? Because he can just do magic whenever the hell he wants, and he also has this weird magic where he turns into a 10-foot tall knight. You just beat the crap out of everything.
Okay, damn. Wow, that sounds really cool. Actually, I might have to bum it off your Steam list, your games list.
Yeah, no, definitely give it a try. But if you do, I highly recommend going for magic, because most of the party members I've gotten so far have all been, actually pretty much everyone have been more physically oriented. Like their magic fucking sucks. It's trash.
Okay.
But they all have like really good strength or good agility or good endurance. But like their magic is trash. And the great thing about being a mage is they have this ability where if you kill an enemy in overworld combat, so like before you actually go into the turn-based combat, during the real-time combat, if you kill an enemy, you get like 1 MP back for every enemy you kill.
Ooh, okay.
So, and the reason why that's so important is because like in Shin Megami Tensei and in Persona games, magic is invaluable because you pretty much can't get it back. You can't get it back with items, but the items are extremely rare and they give you a very small amount.
Yes.
So they'll either be really expensive, really rare, and even then, it won't give you much magic. And that holds true of this game, except now you could just run around, kill a couple of enemies in the overworld combat, and then you get MP back. Oh, and also one other thing, if you are 3 or more levels, I think, above the enemy, you just kill them. You don't have to go into turn-based.
I see.
So literally, you just go into a save point, go into a save room, you come out, and then you just grind the enemies nearby the area, and you go back, reset them, go out, kill more again. Then eventually you unlock the merchant. So if you want money, so you just go out, kill everything, make a shitload of money, come back. Go out, kill a bunch of enemies, make a shitload of money, and then you come back. So in that way, it's kind of a bit more accessible, even though I'm playing it on hard. Because you remember when I told you like the game was really fucking hard?
Yes.
Now it's easy. Now that I knew that, because I didn't know that before. I was like, oh shit, man, this game's gonna be a fucking drag. I don't know if I want to play this. I don't know if I want to play this on hard.
Damn, well, going back and forth, is that a bit of a grind or not? Not necessarily?
No, it's pretty quick.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. There's a lot of enemies. Like there's some rooms that'll have like 20 enemies. Like you just kill them, you get 20 MP. And magic is very low cost. It's like the basic healing spell is like 4. So you kill 20 enemies, 5. That's 5 healing spells right there, or 5 fireballs.
Yeah.
And you do that for like 5 minutes, and that's it. In the first dungeon, like the mine, that's what I did. I just grinded there for a little bit, and now I'm like over leveled. so I literally didn't go to turn-based combat. I'm in this part of the story where you have to find a trafficker, and he's like underneath a castle, and there's like a bunch of monsters everywhere, and it's part of the main story. But I did so much side stuff and did so much grinding that I didn't have to fight anything there. I literally just smack them once and they just die.
Okay.
I'm just breezing through it. Well, outside of that, the story's pretty interesting. I like the characters. I really like how a lot of them are just Persona characters, or at least a Persona adjacent characters. Like the first guy you get, his name is Stroll, and he literally looks like the Persona 4 protagonist, just with horns coming out of his head.
Oh shit! Oh wait, I think I saw him in the trailers.
Yeah, he's very important because he's literally the first companion you get. He's pretty much like the bro character. You know how every Persona game has to have the bro character, except he's not stupid. So he's not like Ryuji and Yusuke who are morons. He's very smart, but he's like the bro character. He's supposed to be your homie that sticks with you through thick and thin. He's supposed to be like more or less your age. And then after that you get the redhead elf lady, who's like Mitsuru. She's like the Mitsuru of the group. So she's like very noble and honorable and like prim and proper until she has to eat food, in which case it's kind of funny because she'll just eat fucking anything. Like you go to a town and their specialty is like sandworm larva, and she's like, oh, this looks delicious. And everyone's like, what the fuck is this? And she's just eating like, this is so exquisite, such a unique profile there. And her name is, get this, it's Hulkenberg.
That's her name?
That's her name. It's such an unfeminine name. Her name is Hulkenberg. And then the last one I've gotten so far. Apparently there's 6. But the last one I've gotten is, his name is Heisme, and he is like a cute little bat guy. But it's really weird because he looks all cute and stuff, but he sounds like Jeremy Irons when he talks.
What? That's random.
He sounds like Jeremy Irons and Liam Neeson, so he sounds badass as hell. And he's like a ninja dude. You're like, oh, he's so cute. On guard, lad! Oh shit, okay.
I actually would be down for a Jeremy Irons, a Liam Neeson type of rat character. So wait, how's the? So is it like Persona? It also has like the social links, and can you romance any of the?
No, unfortunately not.
What?
No.
Oh no! Why?
Nope. So you can't. Nope. No. You can't. You can't rizz up the redhead elf.
That is wow. My disappointment is immeasurable. and my day is ruined. Oh, that's just but that is disappointing. Damn. Okay. Well, you know what? It's okay. In reality, they're trying to, save the world. They really shouldn't. They don't have time for romance.
No, there's always time for romance, bro. If I can do it in BG3.
Clearly not. All right.
Look, man, Baldur's Gate made time for it. All right. Mass Effect made time for it. All the Persona games have made time for it. You can make time for it, dude. There's always time for horny.
Maybe they'll mod it later. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of any Persona mods. Now that I think about it, I feel like it's not a very moddable game.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, they made Persona 3 Reload on the Unreal Engine, so maybe that won't be moddable because the Unreal Engine is pretty moddable. But all their other ones are made on their proprietary Persona engine. Like Metaphor is on their Persona engine, on the P5 engine, and it looks it.
Oh.
Like as stylish and beautiful that game is, it looks like a PS4 game. It's like a really up-res PS4 game,
Okay.
and I'm playing it on 2K like 144 flawlessly. And the only way that can possibly happen if it's a PS4 game, because I can't run fucking anything. I bought a monitor, 2K 144 monitor, and I can't run shit on that unless it's Overwatch. That's it.
Oh Lord, man, that's a damn shame. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, thank God the art style is what carries it. They
Oh yeah, the style of the game is amazing. All the way the colors come together, the menus
it looks good.
look amazing.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time with that. I'll whenever you're finished with it, I'll probably, like I said, I'll bum it off of your list, just like I did with Lies of P. And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I think they said it's about as long as Persona 5.
Take your time.
So that's gonna be like 100 hours. I'm maybe like 20 hours in, I think, or a little less than 20 hours in, and I'm still pretty early.
I have like no time. So you have all the time in the world.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because dude, this class is taking up my time.
Yeah,
And then outside of that, while I was waiting for Metaphor, I did play a little bit of Overwatch, and let me tell you, Juno was really fun.
Oh no.
She got fucking nerfed like crazy though, because she was super good, but she was really fun, man. She's really fast. Like she has like her gravity boots where you press shift and she can zoom around really fast and like jump up, like do like a double jump, and she's like that for like 4 seconds. But then you have like a speed ring, like a sonic ring, like a sonic boost ring, and you could boost that, and you could boost your teammates and also yourself. So like you can press shift, right, and then you use the ring, and you go, right, you go super fast at that point. And she also has like torpedoes that she can use that she locks on to both enemies and teammates, and it'll lock onto both at the same time, and you can like hit like for like 5-man kills with it practically if you get everyone super low, or you can just save your whole team from a wipe.
That's pretty good.
It's really satisfying to use. And then her ultimate is amazing. It's a freaking, it's trance and you remember Arissa's old bongo ult?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Oh, it's combo?
Yeah, it's like trance. It's like a mini trance and like bongo. So like it's like calls down the laser and it moves slowly moves forward, and everyone inside of it heals 100 health per second and also deals 35% more damage.
Okay.
So it does a shitload of damage. The only problem is Sombra fucking sucks, man. She's useless with Sombra's around. Because as you know, no one fucking turns around to help the supports.
Yes.
Even your other support doesn't turn around. I can't tell you the amount of times like my other support just blind. They do never just turn around to help out. So I just end up switching to Brigitte because Brigitte is good against Sombra. And Brigitte is also really good because they nerfed the tank passive for the knockback. Now it used to be they only got knocked back resistance up to 40%. Now it's 25%. So she boops him back really far.
Oh, okay.
So any tank is close to you, like you can boop him back really far away. So she's really good. So that's good for me because I love Brig. Also, Junker Queen's been pretty good too. Like I showed you my win rate.
Yeah. Yes, and I did. Nice.
Nice, right? Yeah, 69. Very nice. I think it went down a little bit, but I climbed from gold 1 to plat 4 because they did another fucking rank reset.
Of course.
So I had to climb again, and I'm back in plat 4. And I got some weird games towards the end of the season, so I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm just gonna wait for Metaphor. I'm getting weird fucking teammates now. It's the end of season every time. You always get the weirdest fucking games.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much been my week. Like 2 weeks, really. And with that, oh
shoot!
Oh, you heard that?
I did. That was pretty loud. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. Gotta get a new setup here. The ergonomics is not. Those of you who do not know, I'm sitting on a desk that's designed for elementary school kids. That is my setup because I'm fucking cheap, and I just got a desk for my mom's old job, so I just use that for my computer instead of using a proper desk that's for adults. I'm kind of hunched over right now a little bit.
We're gonna go to Micro Center when next time I'm in town.
Do they have computer desks?
I don't see why not.
I mean, I spent a lot of money, man. Between Seattle, between going shoe shopping with my sister for Selena's birthday and going out with Armando for we were celebrating his birthday this weekend, I spent a lot of fucking money, dude.
Well, then you should have thought about that.
I think I spent like easily like $1,500 in the past 2 months between everything.
$200?
$1,500.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, actually, no, more because if you include the classes, like $3,500.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Why the fuck? What is this?
What is what?
Adjustable gaming desk for $500.
The fuck?
Why?
Okay, definitely not getting that. All right, but
Wait. Oh, I see why. The whole surface is one giant mouse pad. Fucking idiots.
okay.
Anyway.
Well, speaking of fucking idiots.
Oh yes,
we got some real big fucking idiots trying to pull a fast one on us again. So for our first story, we have the Day Before studio, Fntastic, returning for a second chance, and they seem to be running their apology tour where they're going, we're sorry. Remember that game Day Before where we lied to you and stole footage from GTA 5? And a bunch of other games like Rust and stuff. Yeah, we're sorry. We made a big mistake, but this time, right, we're gonna do a good job, guys. So they have a new project over on Kickstarter, and it is called Escape from Factory. And I have no clue what this game is, to be honest. Okay, so it's some kind of like a platforming game. Yeah, it's like a physics-based platforming game. Like you gotta cooperate with your teammates. And and apparently there's a goal of $15,313, and they have only made $2,429.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay. And we have 11 days to go, so I don't think they're gonna make that.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that they have once again taken footage from another popular multiplayer game that looks a lot like Fall Guys. I'm not gonna lie. Was it the Fall Guys?
Yeah. There's a kind of Fall Guys-ish, but I mean, Fall Guys is played from a different camera perspective and stuff. But but this game apparently, according to them, is like they're like, oh, if we don't make this, like, we just can't make this game. Oh, well. Sucks to suck, buddy. But
yeah, that blows. Reputation's a bitch, isn't it?
Oh.
How?
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say in the article, I love how it said Kickstarter's users once pledged $55,000 to fund a potato salad. So anything is possible. Like,
yes, that is. That has happened. Although you would get more out of a potato salad than you would out of anything these guys make.
Absolutely, I'd pledge to potato salad before I pledge to these games.
Yes, because at least you could eat the potato salad and enjoy it. Even though I myself do not like potato salads.
Blasphemous, but it's okay.
And for those of you who don't know, so the developers for these guys, it's really two guys in particular. They're called some Russian ass name, Fntastic. They've kind of tried to remove their faces from everything.
I'm sure you can find them on
they were on Skillup's video, and apparently they tried to actually take down Skillup's video, and he had to fight it.
Just pull up Skillup's video.
I think it still might be down because it's under dispute at the moment. Ugh. Here we go. Yeah, so these two fucking clowns over here were responsible for the wreck of the Day Before, where the game was delayed over and over again. It was changing scope. They straight up lied. They said it was an MMO, and it was really just an extraction shooter. And everyone was like, hey, you're kind of false marketing. And they're like, shut the fuck up. You're fired. So yeah, these are guys who are just absolute scam artists. Do not believe anything they say.
They cannot be trusted.
Do
not believe it.
Yeah, when it came to the Day Before, they said, we apologize if we didn't meet your expectations. We did everything within our power, but unfortunately miscalculated our capabilities. Creating games is an incredibly challenging endeavor. That was said after the Day Before was released.
Yeah. Our expectations being a functioning video game. That was what was promised. That was the expectation. But
Edward and Eisen Katovsev. That's what it is. Katovsev.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they had been using volunteer work, and they had also been finding their own employees for subpar work. That's great for
Yeah.
morale, right? And I also remember when they were doing an investigation today before, like the journalists could not find their office at all. Like he found the address, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's no one here." And then he asked one of the tenants, and like, "Oh yeah, no one shows up in that office, but they still pay for it." Like it's just wait, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I've been collecting payments from these guys, and like no one, I've never seen anyone step foot in this office ever. It's just an empty office.
Oh my god.
Well, according to them, Fntastic 2.0 is smaller but consists of the same people, and it's going to be different. For one thing, they discontinued the practice of involving external volunteers and are now fully committed to a more professional approach. Although they tend to contradict themselves later in the same FAQ, where they say some team members are helping out on a goodwill basis.
They are being lied to. Those poor goodwill people are probably thinking like, "Oh, if I volunteer enough, I'll get a job." Or they might just actually be, well, I don't know, just slaves working for these people. Ugh.
And according to their own analysis, the day before failed because it was overly ambitious on a low indie budget, had a team without AAA tech experience, and embellished marketing. Embellished. That's not the word I would use. They also say they deeply regret. From now on, our development and marketing will be based on the principle of honesty. And they have a document with a plan for recovery. So if Escape Factory is funded, Fntastic says they'll also pursue a new prop hunt game as a successor to Prop Night, which was their first game they ever developed. If the Kickstarter fails, the studio will return to the void, as they fucking should.
Damn, what a good choice of words for this guy. Who's the author? Tyler Wilde? Yeah.
We're asking for a second chance, and we believe that with your support, we can create your future favorite games. Sure, Jan. To quote that old meme. Sure, Jan. All right.
Yeah, sure, Jan.
Which is from the Brady Bunch, but which is also old as hell. Yeah. So, any thoughts on these guys?
No, fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts. Fuck them.
Yeah, those are our thoughts because we know better. And you know what? Just to insult them, pull up the potato salad. I'm gonna drop some money right now. I hope those people will stop dick sucking YouTubers and make their own opinions. Wait, what? Oh, okay.
What?
No. There's a comment there that says, "I hope those people will stop dick sucking YouTubers, make their own opinions." Prop Night was a unique masterpiece. I can't stop thinking about a Prop Night comeback. It was the one game in a millions. Nah, that can't be real. That has to be a fucking troll.
Yeah, that's always someone they just paid. That's just their Ultra account.
Yeah, but goddamn, like,
Yeah, guys, you've been exposed already. I sincerely suggest to give up now before the situation gets even more ridiculous. I downloaded and play your beta, hoping you people were going to change for the best. I want to give you a second chance, but no. Asset flip again. Next time, please develop a decent game made all by yourselves. I really look forward to giving you a second chance, but for now, I wonder what he means by that.
well, I guess he downloaded the like a demo for this game. I don't know.
Well, no, I get that, but the asset flip. Oh, there is a demo out actually.
Oh, there is?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Apparently there is. I don't know if it's an asset flip or not. Well, whatever.
Clarification on recent misinformation. Oh boy. What is it? As of September 28th.
Let's see. Oh, right. So we would like to address recent misinformation circulating online regarding the use of our assets in our game. We want to make it clear that all assets used in the day before Prop Night and Escape Factory were either created by us or legally acquired. Whenever store-bought assets were used, we ensured the proper licenses were obtained. For Escape Factory, we used assets for some of the VFX, a small part of the code. However, the art and music are 100% handcrafted by our team. We encourage everyone to fact check before spreading this information. Okay, buddy.
That's rich. Haters killed the day before. Don't do it again. Give them one more chance. Where are the boss demanding Ukrainian language? What? Okay. Man, these discussions on Steam are crazy.
This game looks anti-woke. I'm buying. Because that's what's important. Anti-woke, bro. Gotta stick it to the libs.
Oh my lord.
That's what really matters from games. Sticking it to the libs.
All right. No more of this garbage.
Speaking of libs.
Oh,
absolutely. We have, for our next story, a new California law was recently passed And according to this law, terms such as buy or purchase in relation to digital goods, movies, books, and of course video games cannot be used unless they provide a clear and conspicuous warning to consumers that those goods could be taken away from them at any time. The law AB 2426 expands upon laws existing against false advertising by restricting the use of terms which a reasonable person will understand to confer an unrestricted ownership right. So essentially, like how on Steam and stuff, it'll say, you're not purchasing a copy of the game, you're essentially buying a license in order to play the game. Well, according to this law, you can't use the word buy or purchase in relation to that anymore. And this was actually reflected in Steam, who actually released a new terms of service, I believe. And they say they're like, yeah, like you're not buying the you're not actually buying the game, you're buying a license to it. And apparently this law was inspired by Ubisoft closing down The Crew, which has been a big point of controversy. It's been kind of the cornerstone of the Stop Killing Games movement that is stirring over in Europe. And it's starting the I forgot what it was called, but it was pretty much it was like a proposal. I forgot what they call it, but essentially it's a proposal to pretty much make it so that if a game studio doesn't want to support a game anymore, they have to provide the means to host private servers, and also to not use the words purchase or buy for digital goods that are sold as well. And this law was also inspired by Sony, and Sony taking away all the Discovery content. And not only did people lose access to it, but they also, if you purchased it, you also lost access to it. I don't know if you remember that. We covered that a while back. That was like
we did
almost a year ago at this point, or earlier this year actually.
Yeah, Sony was deleting whole ass libraries after people made purchases. Yeah, we did cover this a while back.
Yeah. Any thoughts while I yawn?
Well, I mean, this isn't really a solution. It's more of a Band-Aid problem, and it's more like, hey, listen, man, this is fucked up what you're doing, but at the very least, can you not tell people that they're buying something like they're not owning it? Can you tell them that? Which to me is bullshit, because the whole problem is we're purchasing shit, and then at any moment they could take it away from us without getting a refund. And to me, that's the problem. This is just making it so these companies have to tell you straight up, hey, listen, you're gonna pay $70 or $80 for this video game or for this movie or for this piece of content, but whenever we feel like it, we're going to take it away from you. And that to me is the big problem. So this is kind of they're not really solving a problem here. They're just making it so that the thieves have to tell you, like, yeah, we're probably gonna take this back from you at some point, which that's useless to me. That's awful.
Well, I mean, to the credit of this law, I think it is an important baby step forward, because the whole issue of digital rights is still very much a legal gray zone. But this law, if adopted by more states, can be used as a basis for future cases, which may possibly expand upon digital rights and digital consumer rights. So you say like it's a band-aid, but I think it's kind of an important band-aid for now, because it gets the ball rolling. Everything's got to start kind of small. So it would be great like if they just went no, like digital goods are goods, right? And consumers have all the same rights with digital goods as they would with physical goods, but that's going to be something that Congress is going to have to tackle as a whole. Like that's not going to be something that's just like state by state.
I guess you're right. I'm just more concerned with the language that essentially says again that you're not buying a good, you're buying a license to a good that can be revoked at any time, regardless regardless of your payment or not. So unless the argument that they make in the future is, hey, listen, people are buying licenses or not buying goods, and people are getting stuff that they spend their hard-earned money on taken away. We need to change that and call this and recognize digital goods as that goods. So
no, of course, but baby steps.
Yeah,
especially when it comes to laws, it's baby steps.
Yeah, I guess so. And I'm no lord by any means. In fact, if anyone is an expert on this, well, it'll be you eventually. So I trust your
In
opinion on it.
like 10 years.
In 10 years, doesn't matter, man.
I am the furthest from an expert right now.
You might be fighting for digital goods rights in the future.
That would be
So
great. I would love to do that.
yeah, but yeah. So yeah, I have my reservations. I wish. Yeah, again, it's a band-aid that I don't think will do anything. However, I would like it if they did. I know you're more optimistic about this than I am, but we'll just have to wait and see. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the EU might save us because
Well,
if Stop Killing Games, is successful, they're gonna have to change something because the European market's fucking huge. They're not gonna want a European-sized hole in their market when it comes to their live service nonsense.
ugh, disgusting. I hate that word. I hate that term. Gross.
Yeah, I know. It's a gross term. Interestingly, GOG actually kind of pitched in when they tweeted in reaction to this, actually the IGN article. They said if only there was a storefront that actually lets you own your games, because GOG actually lets you own the games.
Yes.
And so they provided clarification to what they were saying because there was some confusion about it. When we said we let you own your games, we meant that no matter what happens, whether it's licensing issues, storefront shutting down, or even a zombie apocalypse cutting off your internet, you'll still be able to play them thanks to our offline installers. We want to ensure your gaming legacy is always in your hands, not ours.
Good on you, GOG.
Yeah, and as much as I love Steam is kind of behind the curve when it comes to that because they're the whole like, oh, it's a license thing, right? But
yeah,
what GOG does, that should be the standard.
That should be the standard.
Yeah, that should absolutely be the standard. And I don't know if you know this, GOG is also owned by, I think they're owned by CDPR, or they are CDPR.
They are. Yeah, that's CDPR's installer. Actually, when I first got The Witcher, when I built my first computer, I was actually playing it through GOG, not through Steam. So, and it's a beautiful installer. I actually like it.
All right, that's good to hear. Yeah, I have a few games on GOG. I like when they give out free stuff and they give out like old ass stuff. Like I got like the original Ultima games, like from fucking 1981. It's like an Atari graphics game. Yeah.
Damn. Hey, you might get the first Witcher game enhanced edition for free on GOG.
Oh, maybe. All right, let's move on to our next story. This one is a frustrating one, man.
Whenever we're talking about this, it's always frustrating, man. It's always frustrating.
I was just talking about how much fun I was having with Overwatch this past, season until I got, the weird shit. There's always something I got to fucking rain on my parade, man, with this fucking game. And, well, that comes with our next news story where apparently Overwatch, or Blizzard really, was working on a Netflix series for Overwatch. And not only Overwatch, but also Diablo and StarCraft. And this comes as news via an AMA on Reddit with Jason Schreier, who recently wrote the book Play Nice, Play Fair. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's called Play Nice, sorry. It's called Play Nice, the rise, fall, and future of Activision Blizzard, which is a very interesting book that I very much would love to read. I actually did hear some stories from him when he was on SkillUp's podcast, and they're very, very interesting. But more specifically on Overwatch, apparently there was a animated series in the works. I don't know what year it says here, but I think it was like around 2018-ish. But then what ended up happening is Spencer Newman, the former CFO of Blizzard, was then poached by Netflix, and he was under a new fixed contract with Activision Blizzard. So Activision Blizzard then sued Netflix over them poaching their CFO. And now you're probably thinking like, oh damn, right? Like what the fuck? So like that's it. That was a deciding factor. Well, no, because not entirely, because on the podcast that I mentioned earlier, SkillUp's podcast, Friends Per Second, great podcast, check it out. And Jason was like, yeah, I mean that definitely was a factor, but I'm not entirely sure if that was like the entire reason why.
Yeah.
Because he very thoroughly researched this. He talked to many former developers at Blizzard and many higher ups that also like knew the ins and outs of what was going on. So he was like, it probably was a very, very big factor, but I don't know if it was the only factor into it.
Yeah.
But still, man, like,
But still,
we
like,
lost so much. We had it.
dude, like they had animated like shorts, especially with like Doomfist origin story, like it says it right there, dude. That animation went hard as fuck, and we could have had that. We could have had that, and we didn't.
We could have had it all.
Oh man, yes, dude. Rolling in the sea. Look at that shit, man.
Yeah, bro, it looks so cool. Imagine the whole series of this. They had like a little mini series on YouTube, but apparently it sucked. That it was kind of like this, but it just wasn't very good. Man, this would have been so great because Blizzard cinematics are just so top tier, man. Like,
yes,
as much as their games pissed everyone off recently, right? And their business decisions piss people off, the cinematics and art team are absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at this, man. It looks so cool.
yeah, dude. Look at that, man. Look, that shit went hard as fuck.
No, damn. Was pissed. Okay.
Whatever, dude. But yeah, so another L. But
Yeah,
this one is
another L for
more-
story. And the
Yeah.
Overwatch world is so ripe for story, man, because people have wanted story for so long. Since like 2017, we've been like, hey, can we get some story stuff? Like, you've been kind of teasing this stuff with the archives, and and then Overwatch 2 came, and then Overwatch 2 was announced, and then they were like, yeah, guys, we're gonna have a whole ass PvE campaign. We're also gonna have like infinitely replayable missions. And then Overwatch 2 came out, and right, we got like maybe a tenth of a campaign that you had to pay fucking money for, which is Bobby's idea, by the way, according to the book, because of fucking course it was.
Of course, it was Bobby's idea.
I mean, essentially, Overwatch 2's entire downfall was because Blizzard and Jeff Kaplan and the entire team's like ethos was just incompatible with what Bobby wanted, right? Because Jeff's very much like, okay, we got to keep it, we got to keep it kind of small and intimate, right? Because we want to nurture a culture where everyone knows each other, really well, because that way we know we can make faster games and better games that way. We also have like a good working environment, and I guess for the most part, it did ring true, because like when those stories are coming out from the lawsuit, the California Activision Blizzard lawsuit, everyone was like, no, the Overwatch team was cool. Like, they were like the one clean team in the entirety of Activision Blizzard. Meanwhile, you got like the Call of Duty guys and the WoW guys and the Diablo guys like buck wilding out there, and the Overwatch team was like nice and clean. I'm sure that Jeff's idea of like the team culture and maintaining that team culture really led to that.
And he wanted to protect him from it.
Yeah, and he wanted to protect him from that. Although, according to the book, also like Bobby offered to increase the size of the teams so that way, they can focus on updating Overwatch PvP while also working on Overwatch 2. And Jeff and like a lot of the higher ups on the Overwatch team were kind of traumatized from Titan, which was the MMO that Overwatch was supposed to be before Titan became Overwatch, because that game was just a victim of massive feature creep, where no one was saying no whatsoever, and the team was just growing way too big, and there was too many people with too many ideas. So like Jeff probably didn't want that to happen again. Although I hate to say it though, but they kind of bit off more than they could chew. And it was kind of I mean, it doesn't help that Bobby Kotick was fucking with him the entire time. I mean, I'm sure when I read the book, like there'll probably be a lot more specific stories about what possibly went down. But like, even while we were waiting for Overwatch 2, a lot of people were like, they should just increase the size. Like, why are we waiting so long for Overwatch 2 while Overwatch 1 just languishes with no content whatsoever? Right? We got Echo, the last hero, in 2019, and then nothing after that. Right? We waited 3 years, and then we got Overwatch 2. 2, right? 2. I'm gonna put 2 there in quotations, right?
2. 1.5.
Because
Overwatch 1.5.
Look, I know that I may come off as like an Overwatch apologist, because I do like Overwatch still, even after all the bullshit that we've gone through. I'll still say that 2 is stupid. That should have never been a thing.
I think everyone knows that. Even the people who don't even know about Overwatch realize that it was pointless to call it 2. It should have just been like you said, an expansion pack. Remember? Yeah, I know that when it was first announced at Blizzard at BlizzCon, it was 2019, right? Because it was the year before COVID.
Yeah, it was just pre-pandemic. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was pre-pandemic.
it was like 2019.
Yeah, it literally was 2019. That Jeff was talking a lot, dude, talking a lot of shit, saying, "Oh, we're gonna redefine the sequel and all this crap," and we're like, "How? How are you gonna do that?" Like, he was just. I mean, I love Jeff, but he was just saying a lot of words and a lot of things that just it didn't make sense, and it turns out, well, I think there was a lot that was missed.
Now if he delivered though,
If he would have
right?
delivered, fine.
We
But
would have been singing praises. He would have been the second coming of Christ. Man.
we would have been fucking playing. We'd be playing that right now. It wouldn't even be having this damn podcast, honestly. But we're not. We're not.
No, we are not. And Blizzard is not having another series, unfortunately.
No, they're not.
Ugh.
Well, the things we do for the things we love.
I mean, I know, like being a Blizzard fan overall is pain, but being an Overwatch fan in particular, it's just really fucking painful.
Yeah,
because Warcraft had a lot of, you got 3 good games, and you got WoW, the biggest MMO of fucking all time, has been going for like 20 years almost at this point.
Yes, dude. Long time.
And then Diablo, right? Like Diablo 3 was like a dumpster fire at launch, but they fixed it with Reaper of Souls. It turned out to be a great game. And Diablo 4 was kind of a dumpster fire at launch, even though I kind of had fun with it. But they kind of fixed it too, finally, after like a year, and now everyone says it's actually pretty good. And the new expansion came out, and everyone says the expansion is pretty good. So like, if you're a Warcraft fan or a Diablo fan, you're eating fucking good. Meanwhile, we're here like, oh yay, we get another balance change and cool new skins, My Hero Academia skins, great.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be a StarCraft fan and you're just fucking dying.
Oh no, the thing is, the StarCraft fans are actually happy that they get to just chill with StarCraft 2, and Blizzard forgot about them, because I bet you anything, if Blizzard were to do anything with StarCraft, they would fuck it up. And the StarCraft fans are just like, you know what? We're fine with what we have. You guys do your thing. We're gonna just chill here.
Yeah. So any other thoughts before we move on?
No, just again, another L brings up pain. More pain.
All right. Well,
And speaking of pain.
Yep. Sorry. Speaking of pain, yeah. So we have old friend of the podcast, Ubisoft, is now back for the 4th or 5th episode in a row, and this has to do with their stock price woes or stock market woes, as they have gone from a value of about like 100 something euros, I think, from like 5 years ago, all the way down to a pitiful 11 euros per stock, which is fucking bonkers. Like, I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew it was a big drop, but holy shit, their value has dropped by 90%, which is absolutely insane.
Yes.
Well, their value per share has dropped by 90%. Their value is whatever their value is, but that's still like astronomical. And it's a lot of due parts to the fact they just keep releasing kind of bland games. Yeah, right. It's just very. I mean, not even garbage. It's just kind of bland. It's like, oh, okay, I guess it's another Ubisoft game, right? You know what you're getting. Either you're in it or you're not. And the games also usually come out kind of unfinished a lot of times. It's kind of buggy or underwhelming in some capacity. Star Wars Outlaws came out and it had middling sales. The Avatar game, Frontiers of Pandora, came out last December, and that apparently also didn't do particularly well. Skull and Bones is a fucking meme. And now you have, Assassin's Creed Shadows being delayed till next year, so out of the holiday season into a very crowded February. And, with all that, they launched an investigation. The Guillemot family launched an investigation into their company, as we reported last episode. And as of this recording, apparently they have considering going private, along with Tencent. This would make them a private company, which would make it so that the Guillermo family would just, buy the stocks from everybody else, and they would privately own the company along with Tencent. And they have also recently issued a quote, or which is kind of vague and doesn't really say anything, but I'm going to read it anyways. Ubisoft has noted recent press speculation regarding potential interests around the company. It regularly reviews all strategic options in the interest of its stakeholders and will inform the market if and when appropriate. The company reiterates that management is currently focused on executing a strategy centered on two core verticals: open world adventures and games as a service native experiences. So
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't really say anything.
we know you know. That's all they're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
We know you know. We're just gonna keep doing our thing. That's it. That's all they said. Which is like, okay, sure, we know. We know you know that we know. So any thoughts on this? You think this might be the fix they need?
The play, honestly, the fix I would say is to just make an actual good game, not a bland game, definitely not a garbage game, but make a good game. I know that I think we mentioned it before that they have a Black Flag remake that they're in the process of working on right now. I mean, there's very little about it, nothing's been confirmed, but I think that would be pretty good as far as getting interest in the company. But oh my god, that's really all I can think of. Because Star Wars Outlaws, well, like I said, it was bland. I mean, from what I've seen, it just looks, I don't know, it just looks like garbage. But that's just my opinion on it. And then, of course, Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed. Actually, so much so that they actually pulled out. I think we talked about it, they pulled out of the Tokyo Game Show, and they've been having issues with that game. They're kind of smart though. They've gone back to day one launches on Steam, uh, which
Yeah,
will help with.
they recently rescinded that thing where it's like, oh, they're gonna stop that early access thing where
Yes.
you pre-order the game, you get to play it like 3 days early, which is fucking garbage. And it
Yeah.
was kind of funny, like in Suicide Squad's case, where it didn't even work for those 3 days. You literally pay like $90 for a game that didn't fucking work.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, dude, they just need to reprioritize, and they need to focus on whatever game they make next. They just have to like do their best, like their actual best, and not their cookie cutter bullshit best.
Yeah, because
So
I mean, they can make good games, man. That Prince of Persia game was apparently really good. The Lost Crown, but
yeah,
apparently that possibly might not have sold very well. I don't think they released any sales numbers on it. And usually, when you don't release sales numbers, it means you're not very confident in it. If you're not very confident
yep,
in it, it means it probably didn't meet your expectations.
yep,
Although your expectations could possibly be bullshit too, as we see with Square Enix.
yeah,
So who
but
knows? But there are talented people at Ubisoft. They're a huge ass company, so there's bound to be at least some talented people there. It's
yes,
just a
and they
lot
are
of
definitely.
what? What you say?
No, I was gonna say not only they got talented people there, but they also have a lot of capital. It's like they got money, so they got the resources that they need to make a good game. But continue what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to is just very poor management. You got games that are taking fucking decades long to make. Skull and Bones took a decade to make, or over a decade to make.
Yep.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 is literally a meme now for how fucking long it's taking. It is taking longer to make than Duke Nukem Forever. And then the games that do come out are really fucking bland because they're all the same, because the direction from the higher ups is no, everything has to be open world, everything has to be a live service game.
Yeah.
So there's just no variety, and that whatever games release, they're kind of samey and bland, and then they want to charge you fucking microtransactions for it.
Yes. Exactly.
Right. So any other thoughts?
Not on that. No. On Ubisoft.
Okay. Well, if they do go private, though, and I'm really worried that Tencent's gonna be like, all right, so we're private now. Time to go choppy chop, right? Because Ubisoft has a lot of studios, and a lot of studios means a lot of overhead.
Which means that there's a lot of money that needs to get. Well, that they have to make back through cuts. Yeah, cuts and layoffs. So, yeah.
And something tells me it'll be very, Very big, extensive.
Extensive.
Quite extensive.
No.
They will be the deepest of deep cuts. All right. So
Yeah. Well, honestly, that might be for the best. Companies that are too big.
yeah, sometimes yeah, you are too big for your own good. It might stop,
Yes.
prevent
And
you from being efficient.
sometimes those studios get set free and those people get set free. So they get to go on to do other stuff. So, I mean, I don't like cuts and layoffs because people lose their jobs, but it's Ubisoft. They haven't been, they haven't been doing much. So you either like quit or go somewhere else that you can actually do, perform your craft to the, like a professional, make a good game. If you can't do it at Ubisoft, go do it somewhere else. But that's the optimistic look. But moving on.
Yeah, so moving on, we have another friend of the podcast, Sony,
Jesus Christ.
has now been coming back with some more bullshittery. So, remember how Horizon Zero Dawn was announced for PS5
Yes.
remastered?
Yep.
Well, you know that the PS4 version can be upgraded to the PS5 for just a mere $10.
Yep.
And you'd probably think, oh, well, that's actually, that's a fair deal, right? How much is the PS4 version? Oh, it's only $20. Oh, okay, great. You know what? I'll buy it tomorrow, dude. Tomorrow comes. Wait, what the fuck? Why is that 2 or 4? Wait, what? Okay, so apparently, Sony has doubled the price of the PS4 version of Horizon under everyone's nose. So it went from $20 to $40. So if you want the upgraded version, get fucked. Give us $50. And on top of that, they have also delisted the original Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, and they are yet again forcing a PSN requirement, just like how they did with Helldivers, and just like how they did with the recently released God of War Ragnarok, and yes, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, and God of War Ragnarok. Yeah.
All of which are single-player games, well, with the exception of Ghost of Tsushima, which does have a multiplayer segment.
Component, yeah.
But either way, most of these games are single-player focused games. It just begs the question, why? Why are you forcing people into this? This is really... I mean, it's not head-scratching because we know why they're doing this, but it's just like, come on, man. So Sony, are we going to be back in the arrogant Sony era of the PS3 where they just brazenly charge everyone $600 for a fucking console and think they can get away with it just because the PS2 was the greatest console of all time? I feel like we're getting a repeat here, right? Of, the PS4 sold fucking gangbusters. It's a great system, one of the best systems ever released, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, we could do just whatever the fuck we want with the PS5, especially now that Xbox is pretty much out of the game because they don't fucking care about their consoles anymore. All they care about is Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So, fuck it, we're just going to do whatever we want. And this is what whatever we want looks like.
It looks like shit.
And it looks like shit, right? And all this for a game that, like, it's really good, but damn, dude, like, this game...
Have you played it?
I mean, no, but, like, I haven't played it, but I know it's a well-liked game, and it seems like a really well-made game. But like I've said in previous episodes, it's like the fucking Avatar of video games, where like everyone that comes in, it wows everyone initially, and then it just vacates the zeitgeist like, almost instantly. Yeah. Right? Yes. And I mean, doesn't help that Elden Ring and Breath of the Wild came out at the same time as both games, and pretty much took the industry by storm. But they're still really good games. So it's really weird that they're pushing this game so hard on us when Bloodborne Remaster or Bloodborne PC is still not a fucking thing.
Dude.
Sony.
I never played Bloodborne, but I understand the meme. But is it that serious? It's real serious, huh? That Bloodborne has not been remastered
Sony,
or
please.
put on PC?
Please, I'm fucking begging you.
I love that meme.
You got Jacksepticeye fucking coping on Twitter over Bloodborne, man. Come on. And Jacksepticeye is huge, so like if Jacksepticeye is coping, you got pretty much the entire community fucking coping over Bloodborne. I mean, the copium now is like, oh, Bloodborne's 10th anniversary is next year. Surely they'll have something for Bloodborne. Right? Oh, don't worry, guys. Next year it's a 10-year anniversary of Bloodborne. And then next year, next state of play, you're going to be like, all right, guys, you've been asking for it. We know you've been very excited for it. We're going to get Horizon Forbidden West remastered for the PS5 Pro. And we're going to get a Knack 2 remaster because you've always wanted that.
Hey, Knack 2 is a masterpiece of a game, and I will hear no slap.
Just ask Stunky.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
So, Sony giving people none of what they wanted and more of what they hate. It seems to be their motto right now.
Yeah, that seems about right. You have any other thoughts on this? I mean, I know you're kind of as far detached from Sony as possible because you haven't played a Sony game since like the PS2. So
No,
you haven't played a PlayStation console since PS2.
Yeah, well, no, actually, I played PS4. It's actually I think the last game I played on the PlayStation was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And that's when it first came out. And I think I told you, right? I got a headache because of all the fucking like the attacks and shit.
Yeah, just
the carousel ride and shit, dude. There's so
you can constantly flashbang.
Dude, I know we talked about it before, and I don't know if it's because I'm old or if it's the game, but there's just so much going on the screen at once that it actually gave me a headache when I was playing.
That's rough.
Yeah, dude. I was like, fuck me, bro. What the fuck is this? So, all right, damn it. This is what happens when I don't fucking buy enough coffee. I didn't buy enough coffee, folks, so I didn't get to have my coffee before. Sucks, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know what the fuck is up Sony's ass. And also, the PSN requirement is, again, I think it's supposed to be like a big dick move of some kind. Like, yeah, no, this is a PlayStation game, and you better, fucking recognize that shit. It's like, okay, who cares? And they did it quietly too.
Yeah, they did under everyone's noses.
They did it at 2 in the morning. They did it at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. All right. So, talk some Halo.
Oh yes, more disappointment. Well, let's see.
Yeah, so going from Sony to the other boy console maker, we have over at our friends at Microsoft, specifically 343 Industries, who used to work or currently work on Halo games. They worked on Halo 4, 5, and Infinite. Have now rebranded themselves to Halo Studios, and they have confirmed that they have multiple projects in development and that they will be using the Unreal 5 engine. So this is cool. It's kind of a big shift for them, but this is them recommitting to Halo and starting, kind of fresh. They've changed a lot of their upper management. Apparently, the guy who pretty much saved the Master Chief Collection is in charge of the studio now, which that's a pretty good call. I mean, Master Chief Collection was kind of a dumpster fire. It still kind of is, to be honest, because we can't play it because the netcode is such trash that we can't. Maybe we try again. Maybe it might be better.
Maybe, but I think at this point it's safe to say that we threw those $40 down the drain. It was $40, right?
It was $40.
Yeah. I think we lost that money. We did not. We didn't get our money's worth for that.
No.
But continue.
So yeah, this comes after Halo 4, 5, Infinite. This studio's been working on Halo for like 15 years at this point. When did Halo 4? No, 10 years, right? Because Halo 4 came out like 2020, 2014, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little earlier. And that whole time they were using their proprietary Slipspace engine. And the switch over to the Unreal Engine, they say, will be much more beneficial to them because they hear in the article. But actually, no. Yeah, but switching to Unreal Engine allows us to put all the focus on making multiple new experiences at the highest quality possible. Okay, so that's like just corporate speak. But from what I heard, that apparently the Unreal Engine is just going to be easier for them to work with, mostly because they don't have to actually maintain the engine. They can just work on, making the games, and they can let Epic, deal with the engine. Also, Epic is apparently pretty good at supporting the engine and giving a lot of assistance for things that you may not know. And it also makes it easier to recruit new talent because if you have a proprietary engine and you hire someone, you have to teach them how to make the stuff with the engine.
Yep.
But the Unreal Engine is a widely available engine. It's anyone can purchase it or can get a free edition and start working on it to familiarize themselves with it. So it's a lot more likely that they can hire people who already have experience with the Unreal Engine. And so apparently it's going to allow them to, recruit more talent, retain more talent, make more content, and make that content faster. Because the thing with Halo Infinite was that they promised a lot of content, and the game just didn't really have a whole lot of content outside of the story mode.
Yep.
Yeah. The multiplayer was kind of so it's kind of a new era for them.
Yeah. I'm skeptical still because people rename themselves all the time and then end up just doing more of the same. I mean, I want them to succeed because Halo is a huge staple in gaming, especially with Microsoft. And these images look great. Halo and Unreal 5 looks dope as fuck. And I'm pretty sure that's the Valhalla map, no? From Halo 3? Or is that something else?
I think
I'm looking at the pictures on
so. But
yeah.
sorry, I'm burping right now. I will say they could not have chosen a fucking uglier logo. Like, what is this?
Yes.
This is one ugly ass logo. But for the game itself, it looks pretty good. Like, or the demonstration, the little engine demonstration.
Yeah.
They show that hey, they can make good looking games on it. Of course, making a presentation is different from making a game. So we'll have to see. They're really gonna have to prove themselves after 10 years of letting people down, 10, 15 years of kind of letting people down.
Yep.
Yeah, they got a lot to show for, because it's kind of a shame. Like when Halo is the biggest Xbox franchise, right? And it's just been kind of floundering for a while. There hasn't really been any game that's knocked it out the park, because back in the day, every Halo game was like an event.
It was.
When a new Halo game came out, everyone was playing it, everyone was talking about it, everyone was going online and raving about it. Like it happened with Halo 2, right? You and I, we kind of hopped on more towards Halo 3, but I remember playing a lot of Halo 2.
Yes.
That was one of my earliest Xbox Live experiences, playing that
Same.
game, and it was a fucking blast playing it.
Yeah, man, it was just fun. This especially the co-op campaigns in Halo 2.
Yes.
dual wielding submachine guns in Halo 2 is a core memory of mine. So
Hey, they took that away,
yeah,
it was in 3, but then they took it away in Reach for some reason.
No, the dual wielding submachine gun I don't think it was in Halo 3, because I remember that being a point of contention. I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? Hang on, dual wielding.
They can still dual wield stuff in 3.
Yeah, but you couldn't dual wield the S. Oh wait, oh yeah, I guess you could. Oh, you know what it is? I don't think there wasn't the. Okay, I know you were right. Damn, I don't know why I didn't think that was a thing. Let me see.
Yeah, it was Reach. Reach was one that took it away for some reason. Granted, I still love Reach. It's actually my favorite Halo game.
Reach? Yeah, I've never played Reach.
Reach is awesome. The story is great. The multiplayer was amazing. The armor abilities were super fun. The maps were great. Everything about it was just great. and then you had Firefight, which is also super fun as well. Any other thoughts? Because I mean, it's kind of a smaller story there. It's remains to be seen.
Yeah, remains to be seen. Again, I'm hoping for them, but honestly, we got to wait and see. But the fact that they put that guy in charge, you told me that I have faith, even though, like you said, the netcode still sucks. Yeah, we'll have to see. Looks good though. I like the presentation.
You know what's not looking good? Is Joker Folie Deux box office returns from these past 2 weeks. But I'll let you take this away, because this is your story. This one was more your idea.
Yeah, well, we gotta say it right. Joker is getting morbed at the box office. So, story from IMDb: Joker Folie Deux opens even lower than Morbius, which is really fucking sad, considering that the franchise itself opening up until recently, it was a pretty big name, and it was a pretty famous I guess franchise, yeah, you would call it. But yeah, they estimated a 40 million opening weekend, and they debuted it with 37.8. I mean, it's just 2 million shy, but that's still pretty. It's still pretty awful. And it opened lower than Morbius, which opened at 39 million, the Marvels, which opened at 46.1 million, and then the Flash, which opened the out of all those flops the most at 55 million. So yeah, Morbius was pretty shit. The Flash I heard was pretty shit. The Marvels was the Marvels pretty bad? Did you see the Marvels? I haven't seen them.
I just didn't care for it. It's not a bad movie. It's just kind of
It's not a bad movie.
yeah, it's not bad. She's
Oh,
whatever. I liked Kamala. I liked her a lot actually. Everyone else is kind of like whatever. Kamala saved the movie for me. I'm like, okay, she's fun and likable. She's just like fangirling the entire time. It's kind of funny and cute to watch. The rest of the movie's like whatever.
okay. But yeah, so yeah, dude. So out of all those flops, Joker is the lowest, even opening lower than Morbius, which is pretty fucking impressive if you ask me.
Yeah, and this is against a $200 million budget.
Yes,
and this is after the first movie cost like I think like 70 million, something like that, substantially less. And for some reason, WB was like, "Oh shit, we made $1 billion off this. Let's triple the budget."
Triple the budget
for what's essentially a court drama, because that's what this movie is. It's just a court drama with like some musical elements thrown in, and everyone says the musical stuff is like terrible. They're like, "Why is this in the movie? This makes no sense." Also, like Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga like not singing well, and they're pretty good singers. Well, we all know Lady Gaga's a good singer, but apparently Joaquin Phoenix also a pretty good singer, but they sing horribly in this.
That may have been a music direction error. They probably were like, "Oh yeah, make it sound like this," and Lady Gaga was like, all right, you're the one paying me, bro," and then just went ahead and did whatever.
Yeah, and apparently a lot of that money, the budget went towards Lady Gaga and towards Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips, director, as well. So like, these three just kind of took WB for a fucking ride.
Well, you know what? Honestly, good for them, because they probably knew that this shit was gonna flop. They probably didn't even want to fucking make it, and this was 100% a studio decision. Like, you're going to make this movie, and then Todd Phillips was like, you know what? Fine, then you better fucking give me the big bucks, because he knew this shit was gonna flop. He had to have known. Same thing with Joker and Lady Gaga. But yeah, dude. So apparently, estimates show that this movie will finish its run with 70 million, which is in contrast to Joker, the original one, which I think. Oh yeah, it grossed over $1 billion. So what a fucking drop in revenue.
Yeah. Now this is sorry. Oh man, this is the opening weekend here. We actually have an update on the recent weekend, which we can see that Joker Folie Deux fell down from first all the way down to freaking fourth place, as another clown has claimed the throne at number one with Terrifier 3. And for those who don't know, Terrifier 3 is with Art the Clown. It's a pretty much like a super gory slasher flick. Yeah, there's a
yeah. It's the meme. It's the guy from the meme, the clown from the memes. No.
Yeah, right. There you go. It's a lovely face right there. So, Terrifier, is kind of killing at the box office, and that's made of a significantly smaller budget. And meanwhile, Joker Folie Deux only made $7 million in its weekend, and it is now sitting at a total of 164 worldwide, but only 51 domestically.
Only 51 domestic. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Look at this. 164 world 2 weeks, and it hasn't even made its money back.
It's not. You don't think it's gonna break even, do you?
No, dude, this is gonna be a loss. Because what I always hear is that when you have to factor in marketing and distribution.
Yes, marketing.
So like the movie, the I forgot what it was. I think it has to make like 2.5 times its budget.
Yes, which
something like that. It has to make double its budget, or like 2.5 times. Something like that. So this movie is made for 200 million
plus another 100 billion for marketing and budget, and also the cinema is getting their cut of shit.
Well, they actually don't make anything for the first 2 weeks. Don't make anything for the first 2 weeks. So now is when it's gonna Now the theaters are gonna get a cut, so this drop is gonna be even higher.
Yep.
It's gonna be even more severe drop. So, needless to say, this is a bust.
Certified
This is
bust.
gonna go down as one of the biggest flops of any comic book movie ever.
Ever. Period.
From what I hear, it's kind of deserved because the movie apparently just sucks.
Yeah, no. From what I heard, the movie sucks, and some people even say that it shits on the first one, like it just ruins the first movie. A lot of people already kind of writing this movie off as like non-canon. It doesn't exist. It's like a dream sequence in the Joker's mind or some crap. But yeah, dude, not gonna. It's not good. And also, I heard there was one scene in the movie that was pretty disturbing. I don't know if it's real or not, but it involved the Joker and some prison guard.
Oh, it's real.
And
Yeah, I read the
it is
wiki.
real.
I read the
Oh
synopsis.
no, no, man, that's what the fuck. That's no.
Yeah, I read the synopsis.
Oh,
It's real. I don't know. I thought it was
that's
a good
pretty.
idea, but
No, it was no. It's not. It's not a good idea at all. It's fucking blows. But yeah, dude.
well, you know what
Yeah,
is a
because
good
it.
idea?
Ooh, tell me what is a good idea.
This game here that you want to highlight.
Oh yes, absolutely. I love. So yeah, let's get this bad taste out of our mouths. Bye, Joker. Bye bye. So this is a new game from Konami, which uh piqued my interest, not for good reasons, but then I actually saw the trailer and I was like, oh, this actually looks pretty decent. Have you seen the trailer for this, by the way?
I saw it on Skillup's weekly news, but I didn't like it was he doesn't play with music, obviously. So I've
Oh,
seen
okay.
it, but with no sound.
Oh, okay. We're probably gonna see it again with no sound. But yeah, dude. So it's pretty good. It's kind of kooky. I don't know how to explain it, but if you want, you can go ahead and play it whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so this is Deliver at All Costs, which is being developed by. Hold on, I want to give a shout out to the actual
Yes.
developers, right? Because I mean, it's really cool that Konami is actually backing something like this. It's being made by
Yes.
Studio Far Out Games, which I think they are Australian based. I don't remember if it's Australia or Swiss because I remember Skillup mentioning where they're from. I know that's like two completely different countries and completely different continents, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
Hey, if it works, man. But
But yeah, this is the trailer for Deliver at All Costs.
more.
Warning.
Hey, stop that!
Device activated. Please avoid impact.
Whoa, what the?
So as you can see, it's got an isometric angle to it where you drive around and you deliver things. And I think it's pretty, like I said, kooky, quirky. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's pretty out there, but it looks fun as hell.
It definitely doesn't take itself seriously.
No, it does not. They go, I'm in a small town, or whatever, and he's delivering a fucking swordfish and shit. And in this case of a nuclear bomb. But yeah, man, I don't know. It looks good. It looks like it'll scratch that funny bone or that feeling of, oh wow, I'm actually having fun playing games again.
And how did you come across this? I mean, I saw this
Dude,
on Skillup's weekly news show.
it came up on my feed. It was randomly recommended to me by the algorithm. It blessed me.
Ah, the algorithm provided. Okay.
The algorithm provided, and I'm glad it did because I now have a game I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Any word on a? No, nothing on release date. Okay, so
No,
probably
nothing
sometime
on
next
release
year.
date. Yeah. I would imagine it's next year. It'd be cool if they can like have a demo, but it's fine.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But I,
This seems like a fun, interesting game. I already added on my Steam wish list among the 1,000 other games I have on there. So
yeah, dude, I saw like what was on your wish list, and it literally said 1,000 something. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
1,034. 47. I'm sorry. 1,047. Yes, I have 1,047 games on my wish list. Look, Kunitsugami is 20% off. Oh, I can't.
No, stop.
Stop. All right, so there's one last thing I want to leave us off with before we sign off. Because you were talking
Yeah.
about Sea of Thieves and how you're getting fucked. And I thought it was this really funny video.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen this. So, this is from a Twitch channel known as Stormfall33. And this is a female streamer who plays Sea of Thieves. And she gets, pretty into it. and she has a rather unfortunate counter with some other pirates.
Okay.
And I was just when you said you were getting fucked, I thought of this. It was just funny.
Yo, okay.
Check down here, maybe. Let me ask this guy. Excuse me, sir.
No, I found it.
Yes, what is it?
Hold on. Would you happen to know where Haywood is?
Haywood, I think it's,
Yes, Haywood, you blow me.
Motherfucker! Kill them! Shoot them!
Oh man, that was good. That was nice. I liked that a lot.
Just remember, if someone says you know where Haywood is, just say no.
Just say no. Never heard of him.
All right, man. So you ready to sign us off?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys very much for joining us for this episode of Two Bar Connection. We really appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. Please leave a like and a subscribe if you enjoy the content, and also leave a comment down below if there's any stories you want us to cover, or if there's any games you recommend for us to play. Our preferred method of being watched is YouTube, because video and sound. However, if you prefer more of the audio, we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. And thank you very much.
Yeah, so once again, guys, thank you for listening. Also, don't forget to check us out on Twitter. No, I will not call it X, at 2Bar Podcast. Yes, I know. I haven't even updated in a while. Like, I forgot to post the last episode. But I'm going to post this one. So, give us a follow on Twitter as well, because, I do post every once in a while. It's mainly me. But check us out. Give us a follow there so you can keep updated on everything that we do. And with that, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening. Peace.
Bye, everybody.